Hello, viewers. Welcome back to class this morning. Welcome back to a class with Hope Alive Creativity. This morning, we are going to be doing an interesting tutorial. We are going to be making an interesting tutorial. It is an all-round zipper purse, just like this. But what will be the one we'll be working on today? You see, this one is double zipper. This one is double. The one we'll be working on today is the single one. We'll be working on the single one today. And the materials we'll be using is materials you can get around from the shoemaker's shop and the bag maker's bag material seller shop. So we'll be using a carry board. This is a carry board. I am using a 1.25 mm, not too thick, not too thin. I'm using this one, and I'll also be using a material that will wrap on this. I'll be using this materials. I'm making two, so I want to use this material for one, and I want to use this one for another. So those are the things we'll be needing. I am supposed to be needing a cardboard, but in the absence of a cardboard, I will be using this material as my own carry board, cardboard as my own cardboard. This material is also gotten from material shop. They call it bagre bagre, like that, something like that. So I'll be using this material for the inner, for the inside, and we'll be needing a lining. I'm using a bag lining, then a zipper. You see, I'm using this zip. I'll be using this one for one, and I'll be using this. You can also use iron zip if it's within your reach. I don't have it, and based on order, the person liked this, so I'll be using this today. Also, we'll be needing our gum. We'll be needing a zip teeth. We'll also be needing an eyelet, the small size, just to put a hole where you will always pass your handle, where you can pass your handle. I think that is all we'll be needing. That's all we'll be needing. You don't need much for this project. So the measurement I'm working with this morning is this. We are using a 8.5 inches by 6. This is 8.5 inches wide by 6 inches height. Then the middle is 1 inch. This is 1 inch, and at the same time 6 inches. So we have both the front and the back here. We have the front, the base, and the back. So I have marked it out. What I'll be doing on this one is just to use my blade. I'll be using my blade. You can use your cutting knife. Yes. So I have cut it out. What I'll be making is a curve around, all round curve. So I'll be using this object. I'll be using this object to do that curve. So you just place it on your material this way. I'll just place it on my material this way, then draw this curve out. I'll draw the curve out. Once you draw the curve out, then you trim it out. You trim it out this way. I'll fold it over to the other side to get it as equal as it is. If I want to start drawing another one, I may miss the curve. So I'll fold it over this way, draw it out again. So when I draw it out, I'll still trim. I'll do that on the four corners. I've done that on the four sides. You see, I've done it on the four sides. So what you will do is you use your razor or any sharp object to put a mark, to trace out the mark. This mark you've put here, make sure it's not too deep so that it will not cut through. It just to make it a little bit weak, to enable you fold it. You see, I can now fold it over this way. I can now fold it over this way. You see, there's a wallet. Our work is this is our work. This is our work. You see it. This is it. So this is what I will do on the other ones I want to do. Then the next thing I will do is to wrap it. After wrapping it, after applying gum, I'll place it on the material. I'll place it on the material, then give 1 inch gap round. After giving that 1 inch round gap, then I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, I'll gum it to this. I have a video where I taught you how you can make these curves and even sharp edges. So if you are not conversant with making it curve this way, follow the curves, go back and watch that video. Go back and watch that video. So after doing that, after gumming it to this, I'll now place it on this my other cardboard. I'll be calling this cardboard because that's what I'll be calling it cardboard because that's what is serving as. So I'll place it on that cardboard and trace it out. Once I trace it out, I will still give my 1 inch to it before I cut it out. I'll do all that off camera and show you because I don't want this tutorial to be lengthy. I don't want it to be in parts. I just want it to have a part one, and that will be the end of this. I've done the folding. You see how it looks. You see, this is how it looks. I've done the folding and my cardboard also. I've folded my cardboard. Then I cut the pocket for the inside. So what I did was this one now is going to be here. You see the way it's sitting. You see the way it's sitting. I'll sew it down this way, and like this. So what I did was our body our body is 6 inches. So I subtracted one. I started from 5 inches. I measured 5 inches by 9. Our body is 6 inches by 8. I measured 9 so that I'll be able to flip in the excess to the back of this our cardboard. So I measured 9 by 5 for the first one. You see it's 3. 1, 2, 3. So I measured 9 by 5. So I removed 1 inch from the first one. I measured 4 by 9. I removed 1 inch again and I measured 3 by 9. So you see the 3. This is the 3. 1, 2, 3. So I folded all the tips. Then placed it. You see the way I placed it now. This is the 3 inches by 9. This is the 4 inches by 9. This is the 5 inches by 9. This is how it is. Then I sew it at the middle so that when I place it on this material, on the cardboard, when I place it at the cardboard, we will have a pocket this way. Then we will have a card partition pocket like this. Then I still have another one, 5 by 9 inches. So this one will be by this side, by this other side. I'll just sew it to it. I'll just sew it to each one, and that one will just be a single pocket. So for the safety money middle pocket, I measured this. I measured 10 inches by 6 inches. Don't forget, our body is 8, so I removed 1 inch from both sides. I measured 10 inches by 6. Then I still measured 5 inches by 6. So what I did is the 10 inches by 9 by 5, the 10 inches by 6. Sorry, I folded it into two like this. I folded it into two. You see the way I fold it? I folded it into two. So I want this place to have a slot. because I want this place to have a slot. Yeah, I will slot this phone. It will make it to always stand firm. Anytime you open it, to just stand, not squeezed. It will not be squeezed, it will stand. So by the time I fix it, this is it. It will be here. Then I fix my zipper on this. Then this is the other side of the zipper. Once I finish, I will place it this way, then turn it, and I sew the both side. You see the finished one. You see it with the zipper side. So what do I do now? What do I do now? The next thing to do now is to pick this one. Every other work we'll be doing now is on this one. All the work I will be doing now is on this one. I'll pick this one now and sew it to this place. I'll measure 1 inch down, then sew it to this place. Then this one, I'll sew it to this side. After sewing it to this side, then I'll pick this one. I will still cut the part that will be holding it for me. I'll cut the part that will be holding it for me. I'll cut 3 inches by this height. You see, our height here is our height is 4.5. Outstanding. Our height here is 4.5. So I'll measure 3 inches. You can even use 4, depending on how wide you want it to be once you open it. So 4 by 4.5. Then I'll fold the tips. It can be 4 by 5. I'll fold the tips. It should be 4 pieces. That is one holding this side, one holding this side, one holding this side, and one holding this side. I'll do all that off camera, then come back and show it to you. You see, I've done all that. See, this is the first pocket, then every other thing, the wallet pocket, and this other side, this is the pocket, and this is the wing that will be holding. This is how the wing will be. The wing should be this way. Once I finish, this is what I will be holding the zipper pocket. So the next thing I will do now, I'll pick my zipper, then place it. This is my 1 inch. You open it this way. When you open it, you've now fixed it round. You fix it round it this way. Then when you fix it round it, leave some allowances so that you'll be able to add your zipper. Then you connect it. You get the middle, connect it to this other side. After connecting it to this other side, you sew it to this. Once you sew it to this or gum it to this, you are done. This is the outcome of our all-round zipper purse. This is it. See the first one. I ended up making 3. So, and this is the last one. So we've come to the end of today's project, and this is the outcome of what we've been doing. Thank you for watching us. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. We love you all. Bye.